Привіт! I'm Chuck Olenek, a Ukrainian-American baptized with the name Yaroslav, which is also the name that I use in the historical reenactment group, the Society for Creative Anachronism. I had been researching Slavic and Baltic and Balkans and Caucasus folklore for a lot of years. And a lot of that was about developing my own persona within the society. Well, I decided to actually put this research to some use and decided to share it by doing videos and putting them up on my YouTube channel. And then that's hopefully going to be an aid to people that are looking to do this sort of thing, you know, as far as their persona in the society. So, the latest entry that I kind of stumbled across is something called the Black Wedding. Hence the black. The Black Wedding is a mixture of a funeral and a wedding, and it's a tradition that was known to Serbians and Ukrainians and Bulgarians, Romanians, Russians, and it was organized when a young woman or a young man died unmarried. And in traditional societies, the wedding was treated as a rite of passage. I know I learned this when I was majoring in anthropology. And this was a ritual of initiation. So a person wouldn't really become a member of the community if they were unmarried. And also, how else are you going to become a member of the community of the dead if you're not a member of the community while living? How else are you going to join the ancestors? In order to provide a partner for the dead youth in the underworld, the wedding was organized at the graveyards beside their resting place. Usually the boyfriend or girlfriend from real life would perform the role of the partner in this wedding. If the person didn't want to participate, the groom would be the best friend of the dead girl, or the best female friend would pretend to be the bride of the dead young man. Everything else was performed like it's a real marriage. After the ritual, the bride or groom had to remain faithful for 1 year. Sometimes the ritual didn't happen that way, and the wedding doesn't take place. But what would end up substituting is that the person would be buried in their wedding clothes. This was a custom that was found in Russia. So remember, there's the belief that unmarried youth are cursed, and that's actually common amongst all Slavic people. That brings us to the Rusalka. Rusalki are spirits of girls that died unmarried, usually the girls that had drowned. Sometimes strangulation happened. They're water nymphs. They dance in forest clearings and meadows on the night of the new moon. There's lots of regional variation as to how they appear and what they do. In Ukraine, the Rusalka was also called a mavka and was often linked to water. In Belarus, she's linked to the forest and field. Always naked, they were often glamorous young women with fair, transparent skin. In most beliefs, Rusalki have loose hair as well, and that can be linked to Slavic traditions of unwedded maidens having unbraided or loosely braided hair, which, once married, was to be tightly braided and worn under a headdress. The expression "walks like a Rusalka" is applied to girls with unkempt hair. So there's that part about unmarried girls. Okay, they need a wedding, so the Black Wedding. But there's other things floating around regarding performing the Black Wedding. Some people will say that it's about the patriarchy and demands that every woman should get married and have babies. And then there are those who will say that the community is actually taking care of its members and helping them successfully pass all these rites of passage and complete all the stages of life and finally reuniting with the ancestors. I, however, think that it has something to do with fear. So I really think this is about fear, because the Rusalka is a being of irresistible, universal beauty. She's a siren, and men will answer the call and meet their doom in the water. And I think that this would be the community choosing to remove a threat and holding the black wedding. And you can be dressed up as saving a soul. It can also be thought of as making the community safe. So there was all this stuff about the black wedding and holding a ceremony and dressing someone in wedding clothes, and then I came across a contradiction that in some cases death was supposed to be understood as the wedding, in case the person didn't experience one in life. So death becomes the bride or the groom, and there's a Cossack song that describes a dying Cossack of he's under a green willow tree, and he's speaking to his beloved who is nowhere near him, but I guess he's speaking over the great distance and saying, Mother Earth married us, Mother Earth married us, and basically, hey, I'm cool. So it's the beauty about folklore. You get to go through and you get to find the contradictions. Well, I hope you stick around and watch more of the videos. It'd be really cool if you subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna take up another part of the Black Wedding in the next video. Until then, do побачення.